Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Coach JC. Everyone gathered around should really get on today. Today's topic is Stephen A. Smith admits that he never been married, why he never been married, and he can't be faithful to one woman. What's my thoughts? I actually give him a lot of applause. He was saying this on an interview on a podcast called A Pivot. Basically was saying, he doesn't have the time or the self-control to be faithful to one woman, doesn't have the faithfulness to be married. And I give him a lot of credit. Not a lot of brothers say that. They're live, fished on camera, but a lot of men, they do feel that way internally. But give him a lot of credit. Basically was saying, he sees beautiful women each and every day. He's in different states, different venues. When he covered the sports, whether it's in LA, New York, Georgia, Texas, wherever you find him, he's always moving about. He's basically saying that he can't be faithful to one woman. I give him credit. Like I said, his marriage thing is not for everybody. Everybody wants to get married. Everybody has her own dreams, her own aspirations. And however you want to spend your time here on earth is really up to you. End of the day, it's not my job to criticize. It's always about find somebody with core values. He has a definition about himself, very successful as far as analyst goes, pretty much the highest paid analyst on ESPN. So he doing what's best for him, what's comfortable for him. And everybody wants the same thing in life. But I applaud people who are being honest and just being true to themselves. Like I always say, you gotta have a self-definition about yourself, your well-being, what you're about, what you're not gonna put up with. It may not be what you want to hear, but at the end of the day, he knows he knows his adventures. He knows that he was trying to get married or he's trying to settle down one woman that it might interrupt his success career. And, I don't really see anything wrong with it as long as he's being honest and open to every woman that he's dealing with. Like, hey, not to say you get bigoted, you get all, to yourself. You be like, focusing on my career, focusing on covering the NBA, football, basketball, whatever. I'm just focused on my career right now. I'm not focused on dating seriously, not focused on marriage right now. I want to focus on bettering myself, bettering my health, not really look for nothing serious. As a man, you can be honest with yourself, you can be straightforward, Like I said, everybody's different. And as a woman, if you want marriage, you want kids, or whatever you want a situation. And man, I tell you all this, take them at face value. Don't try to persuade you, don't try to change them, don't try to be like, hey, he it with me and we do that thing, then, I'm gonna have a rap, Nah, don't even do all that. Just be like, hey, you know what? Want to do different things, or so women, they might just want have a good time or whatever. So it all depends on your core values, your core beliefs, and what you about, Some women are cool with it. Some people want long term, or we want short term, whatever best fits you. There's no one size fit all. Everybody has their own likes, interests, dislikes. So really commend him for, getting on the podcast, and just being open and honest with the situation. He said he can't be faithful, I feel a lot of guys, they say, they may not admit it or, say it out loud, but a lot of men like, yo, I want this person, that person. I'm just being honest with you, so it's like, you be like, well, he's middle aged or shouldn't he want a wife, this and that, but no, everybody wants different things, and, it ain't really about age, it's about maturity and mindset, really. He's at the age where he's just trying to work and just focus on building his brand, building his name, building his brand up, and ain't nothing wrong with that. As long as you're true to yourself and true to what you want out of life, as long as you find people that, fit your program and y'all collaborate with the same kind of program, the same likes and dislikes, then go with it. I'm not really here to talk mess about anybody. I would get mad if you telling somebody, hey, I want to get married, I want this, I want that. and, you know, deep down, that's not what you want. I'm all about having similar core values, living your truth, living your truth. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all I really gotta say about this topic. What's your topic? What's your thoughts about Stephen A. talking about he don't want to get married or he can't stay faithful? Feel free to comment below. Until next time out, Coach JC.